1913. Gradual changes in Grover's Corner. Horses are getting rare, farmers coming into town in Fords. Everybody locks their doors at night. Ain't been any burglars in town yet, but everybody's heard of them. You'd be surprised on the whole, things don't change much around here. This is certainly an important part of Grover's Corner. It's on a hilltop, a windy hilltop. Lots of sky, lots of clouds, often lots of sun, moon, and stars. You come up here on a fine afternoon and you can see range on range of hills. Awful blue they are. Up there by Lake Sunapee and Lake Winnipesaukee, and way up if you've got a glass, you can see the White Mountains and Mount Washington where Conway and North Conway is. And over there, our favorite mountain, Mount Manadog, and all the towns that lie around it. Jaffrey and East Jaffrey, Peterborough, Dublin, and right there. Quite a ways down is Grover's Corner. Beautiful spot it is. I often wonder why people like to be buried in Woodlawn and Brooklyn when they might pass the same time up here in New Hampshire. Over there are the old sons, 1670, 1680, strong-minded people that came a long way to be independent. Some people come up laughing at the funny names of the tombstones. They don't do any harm. And genealogists come up from Boston, get paid by city people for looking up their ancestry. They want to make sure they're daughters of the American Revolution and of the Mayflower. I guess that don't do any harm either. You know, wherever you come near the human race, there's layers and layers of nonsense. Over there, some Civil War veterans, iron flags on their graves. New Hampshire boys had a notion that the Union ought to be kept together, though they'd never seen more than 50 miles of it themselves. All they knew was the name, friends. The United States of America. The United States of America. And they went and died about it. This year, this is your private cemetery. There's your friend, Mrs. Stevens. Here's Mr. Simpson, who organized by the Congregational Church. There's Mrs. Soames, the one who enjoyed the wedding so much, you all remember. There's Everett Boy Wallace, who was an appendix burst when he was on a Boy Scout trip to Crawford Notch. Yeah, an awful lot of stars quiet down in here. People just wild with grief and brought their relatives up to this hill. You all know how it is. Then time, and sunny days, and rainy days, and snow. We're all glad they're in this beautiful place, and we're coming up here ourselves on our fifth of it. Now, there's some things we all know, but we don't take them out and look at them very often. We all know that something is eternal. And it ain't houses, it ain't names, and it ain't earth. It ain't even the stars. Everyone knows in their bones that something is eternal. And that something has to do with human beings. All the greatest people that ever lived have been telling us this for 5,000 years, and yet you'd be surprised how people are always losing hold of it. There's something way deep that's eternal about every human being. You know as well as I do that the dead doesn't stay interested in us living for very long. Gradually they lose hold of the earth and the ambitions they had, and the things they suffered, and the people they loved. They get weaned away. That's the way I put it. Weaned away while the earth part of them burns out, burns away. And all that time, they slowly get addicted to what's going on in Grover's Corner. They're waiting. They're waiting for something they know is coming, something important and great. Aren't they waiting for the internal part of them to come out clear? Some of the things they're going to say maybe will hurt your feelings, but that's the way it is. Mother and daughter, husband and wife, enemy and enemy, money and miser. All those terribly important things kind of go pale around here. And what's left of the memory and your identity is gone.